Hello again, traders. Right, two reasons for making this video. One is because it's something I've not really talked about before, which is a new strategy that I'm doing extremely well with. And if you watched yesterday, you'll have seen a short I took on one of the indices. I think it was US 30, but and it was based on the break of the 89 and the 34 EMA and a huge amount of space to the left hand side. The other reason I'm making the video is to practice with this new recording software I've got, which hopefully is better at matching the sound to the mouse movement and the stuff I do on the chart. So without further ado, as they say, what am I talking about? Well, basically, if you look at this chart, it's an hourly chart, and I don't normally study the hourly chart, but it helps in this instance. You'll notice that this thing goes up one day. I've put this new dotted line on here. This is 3 p.m. in the afternoon. 3 p.m. should be the afternoon, of course, but it's 3 in the afternoon, and what I'm using it for is on like a 5-minute chart. You've had the stock market open, and then everything settles down. That was at 2:30, and then the idea is that we've got the sort of pretty good direction after 3. So as you can see, 3 it drops, 3 it drops, doesn't do anything else, 3 it goes up, and 3 it drops. So that in itself is another little strategy. Nice when I've been out walking and come back and perhaps look for a nice little pretty reliable move. But that's actually an additional strategy based on the afternoon moves that I'm finding. But credit where credit's due. FinTwit has been fantastic to me. It's opened my eyes to an extra sort of 8 hours trading, because I used to trade pre-London, pre-Frankfurt, that by that I mean before 7 a.m, and then basically grab a trade if I could at 8 a.m. using the Billy TT method, and then shut my trading charts, and tomorrow was another day. That was my strategy. Anyway, after COVID lockdown and finding Twitter, obviously there's thousands of different strategies going on there, and I've managed to adapt what I do to everything else that goes on in the market. Anyway, as I said, credit where credit's due. So what I've found is the thousands of different strategies. You can apply a method like this, or as I talk about a lot on Twitter, the strat, to all these methods. And I love the strat because the guys there concentrate a great deal on continuity. So once they get the trade, then they concentrate on how to maximize the move, which is something I really need to do. The 3CR is all about reversals and precision entries, and in that way I tend to leave masses and masses on the table. So I intend to do something about that to maximize my gains and maximize my account size, of course. But another useful thing I found on Twitter is many traders share levels, just simple levels. Molines is one, linecharts is another, line trader, and you can whack them on your charts, which is what I do some mornings when I remember. And then unlike Mo and Line, they will trade the bounce off these levels. So for example, this morning we may have a level, say up here. Let's just say, for example, it's a congestion level. They calculate them with secret calculation methods, pivot type method things, I imagine, and then when the price hits them, they suggest you short it. They've got their own methods, so look them up. Rules rather. Look them up yourselves. But for me, I love them because, and what I've learned from both of them, that their levels can be set way up here today, and you think there's no chance that's going to hit that, and they often mention this themselves. You know, you all thought the lines were miles away, for example, would be a comment, and then all of a sudden they get hit. And I'm seeing that. You know, I see that. You can't fail to see that day in, day out, and that's given me a whole new strategy. Because, you know, while they trade the test of it and the bounce, me, I like to see trade towards them, using all the reversal methods we have: the break of the 34, the break of the 89 EMA, the 3CR, the 2B reversals, the 1, 2, 3 reversals, and so on and so forth, overextended ADRs and stuff. So, what these levels have shown me, and this chart is here for a reason, look at these ranges. You know, it reverses and a huge range, gets to the top and it reverses, huge range. Now, there's no reason it has to go that way, and I say this many times, guys, don't get tricked into assuming price has to go up there just because it's broken there. All I'm interested is getting a scalp here for whatever, 20, 30 or 200, 100, 200 points. And all I'm interested here, if the level was way down here, looking like it would never get hit in a million years, is getting this reversal here. And if we take the scroll off, this goes on day after day. Remember, that's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so that's a good sort of waypoint, as it were. So, you know, here's our morning session. They may have set the line down here, or they may have set it way up there, and lo and behold, price has gone up, and then price has reversed, and it's gone down, and then it's reversed again, and it's gone up, and then it's reversed again, and it's gone down. And you know, this goes on and on and on. It's reversed, it's reversed. So obviously this is a clear range here, we can see that, but that's by the by. The point is, day in, day out, we get these huge moves that I was never aware of before I joined Twitter and started looking at other people's methods. So that's the whole point of this video, guys, is that, you know, almost every day we've got a cross of the 34 and quite likely the 89 EMA. Obviously these change on different time frames, so on a 30-minute you get more, you know, these moves are even stronger, and the moves are quicker. You know, 4 or 5 30-minute bars, a couple of hours, and before you know it, you've and the other point is very important, almost forgot to say, is set alerts. All you have to do is set alerts every day. You know, you don't even have to use the various people's lines. All you need to do is understand, you know, have something like this automated support and resistance indicator on your chart, and it tells you, you know, from here you've got this pink line here, and when you're down here you've got the green line. Well, when you're down here rather, the green line was probably produced, or it may well have been produced on the left hand side. So you can see this clear range. They're in no way or means are they precise, but they are huge levels of supply or demand from the left hand side of the chart, and as you can see, price has pretty much respected them. So you go down onto a 15-minute and these reversals are even more frequent, of course, through these the dragon and the 34 and 89. So and once again, the left hand side, these levels are pronounced. So when you're, you know, when you've come into let's say this is the new day here, all you need to do is look at that and look at what you've got on your charts, your Asian range, your 89 and 34, the dragon, and clear air, and clear air below there as well. And set your alerts way before the lines, so you're ready, and then just wait and let the trades come to you. It couldn't be more straightforward, in my opinion. So, use every tool you've got in the toolbox, but this is an additional way I've found of trading with absolute patience, discipline, and lack of stress. I've talked about in the past the Asian lows and highs. Look how price popped through this Asian low here, popped back to test it, and then absolutely collapsed. A nice little alert above the Asian low. Remember, it does test it, bounces. This was a trade yesterday, and breaks it, retests it, comes down. That's where the RSI histo comes into its own, TMA slope if you like to use that too, over here now we've got the 89 EMA, we've got the Asian high currently still being the range being developed, should I say, or set, but when it is set, it's a huge turning point for price. It will come up and test it, possibly. It will pop down again. You're ready for that. It will come up and break it. It will be above the 89 EMA, possibly. It will have broken and clearly pushed through the 34 and the 89. This will look like this in the opposite direction, nice and strong. And then you have clear levels. I mean, that distance between just there and there is huge for a scalper. And then as you can see, it has a little bit of a kink in the road, and then for whatever reason, disregard these levels now, of course, then we have another area from here to here, or even here, because remember, these are tiny little areas of supply and demand. They are just little bumps in the road. This is not a bump in the road. This is strong sideways accumulation, distribution, whatever you want to call it. These are just little bumps in the road that I often call stress points, if you like, or when I'm trading, I say the price will have a problem there. So I know if it hits my target, it's liable to pull back, and that could be the whole trade gone from positive to negative. Bumps in the road, but once they've gone through it, push up to the next level. So that is much what the strat is doing. They just they just trade through these bumps in the road, and I've got to learn to do that, teach myself to do that as well. And that's time frame continuity, price action continuity. These guys in the strat, Alex and plenty others, are masters at this, and I need to master it too. But Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say, these old cliches. But the point of this video is set alerts, draw levels rather, set alerts, relax, and that is exactly what you can do. And that's why I'm making a video at 5 o'clock in the morning, because I know I'm not stressed about getting a trade as I used to be many years ago, or not so long ago, to be honest with you. And now I can see masses of trades everywhere. And a last note on FinTwit and stuff, people like Alex, he's going to be a billionaire in my opinion. Very clever guy, still in his teens, I think. Alex Options on the strat. He will be gone, he will be headhunted. So if you rely on people like that, make sure you learn from them. This is nothing disrespectful against Alex. It's actually a compliment, because the guy is a genius, in my opinion. As traders go, to be able to do what he can do at his age is just, I've never seen it before in my life. So in my trading life, I should say. So guys, the moral of that is, make sure you learn from these people, because they will be gone in a blink of an eye. You used to sit in a room making money, ka-ching, 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 and then boom, all of a sudden it changes. Or for whatever reason, they up the price of the room, because they're making so much money. They just want to cherry pick who they get involved with, and who knows why people do what they do, but it changes. Life changes, so be careful. Make a plan and trade your plan. And my plan is always to make myself self-sufficient, but there's nothing wrong with capitalising on other people's fantastic ideas. So thanks for watching. Sorry it went on a bit longer than I expected it to, but I hope there have been a few little light bulb moments and seeds germinating in the back of your mind. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.